I need to shower. And they're like, okay, well, you can come down to guest services for additional assistance. So I go down to the front desk and I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Like, I'm hot. Like, I need to get in the shower right now. And they're like, well, we'll go ahead and once you check out tomorrow, we'll process a refund for your night stay. Okay, well, then go ahead and give me my water. So they give me 4 bottles of Aquafina water. And I don't know about nobody else, but I am not a stranger to a whole bath. So give me this water and I'm gonna go ahead and make it do what it do. So I go ahead, work it out in the sink with my Aquafina water. And you know what? If you ask somebody if they've ever had a whole bath and she tells you no, you should probably end whatever relationship you have with her, because a person who lies about that is a deceitful person and you don't want to waste time with anyone like that. So, but after that, a little bit later, Ben came over and he came through with the plug on the drink. I was hearing about Douce and I was thinking to myself, like, let me go ahead and try it. I never had it before. He's like, okay, I got the plug on the alcohol. I got the plug on the drink. Okay, well, I need a bottle of Douce. And I've been on that ever since. And that was May of last year. But we really had a cool conversation. Talking about, the directions that we want to our podcast and everything to go. It was still new friendship, so, conversations that relate to getting to know people. And for the level that we are on, I feel like a for real friendship has been built. And especially with this whole podcast journey, endeavor, life, I'm super appreciative to have met him. He actually does have his podcast out right now that is live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is called Seriously, Not Another Podcast. It is live on Spreaker. And again, that's Saturdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you can also stream it, download it on iTunes and Google Play. Oh, let me go back a bit. So since I wasn't able to get in the shower, I was only able to watch what was important, like my kitty, baby, get that thing some breasts, cause you gonna beat it like the 68 Jets. Hey. So I was only able to watch what was important. And let me apologize. I reference songs and sing often, so be prepared or be annoyed. I don't know. Just let me know which one, because I am kind of curious about that. But back to my whole bath. I couldn't shower completely, right? And so I actually ended up with swimmer's itch. And that shit was fucked up. My thighs were itching, my lower back, like the back of my arms. It just seemed like the places where I couldn't really get washed, was upset at the whole situation. But honestly, that was still the best chili dog and IPA that I have had. I enjoyed the time at the beach while I was there. And it was just an awesome start to this whole podcast journey. New friendships, this whole journey that is life. And so with this show, it's a conversational podcast, pretty much, a conversation mostly with myself. But, this show is more therapeutic, for myself, and, navigating from where you start to where you end up, and, just everything in between: news, social media, my own intimate, private experiences, that I share with you all in the audience. I am preparing to get Talk Flirty back on iTunes and also Google Play, and wherever else I can put this thing once it comes time for it. But in the meantime, you can definitely check out Talk Flirty Podcast here on Spreaker. You can follow Talk Flirty Podcast on Twitter at Talk Flirty Pod. You can follow Talk Flirty Podcast on IG and Facebook at Talk Flirty Podcast. I also have a Talk Flirty Podcast group on Facebook. Join it. You can drop all types of shenanigans in there, and different questions about the show, topics that you want to have discussed, or any type of poll questions. Just put it in the damn group. That is going to be it for episode 1. I kind of have a lot coming up because, like I said, Talk 40 Podcast is a podcast where life is reflected through intimate conversation with me. So you define what intimate is, and then bring your ass back for the next episode, and I'll see you then.